Why do you suddenly start sneezing when spring arrives? Why does your skin itch after a mosquito bite? And why do your eyes turn red and watery during allergies? The answer lies in a tiny chemical inside your body, called histamine. In this video, we will explore antihistamine drugs from scratch. You will learn what histamine is, how it works in your body, and how antihistamines help control allergies. Don't worry if you're new, everything will be explained in a simple and clear way. An allergy is an overreaction of your immune system to substances like dust, pollen, insect bites, or certain foods. Your body mistakenly treats these substances as dangerous, and that's when symptoms like sneezing, itching, and swelling begin. What causes these allergy symptoms? It's a chemical called histamine. Histamine is naturally produced in your body and plays an important role in immune responses. Chemically, histamine is a small organic molecule derived from an amino acid called histidine. It belongs to a group of compounds known as biogenic amines, which act as signaling molecules in the body. Histamine is stored in special cells in your body called mast cells and basophils. These cells are mainly found in skin, lungs, digestive system, blood. When triggered, these cells release histamine into the surrounding tissues. When histamine is released, it causes sneezing, runny nose, itching, redness, swelling. These are the classic symptoms of an allergic reaction. Histamine works by binding to specific receptors in the body, called histamine receptors. Think of these receptors as locks, and histamine as the key that activates them. There are four main types of histamine receptors: H1 receptors, H2 receptors, H3 receptors, H4 receptors. Each type has a different function in the body. H1 receptors are mainly responsible for allergy symptoms. They cause sneezing, itching, swelling, constriction of airways. This is why they are the main target of antihistamine drugs. H2 receptors are found in the stomach. They stimulate the production of gastric acid, which helps in digestion. H3 receptors are found in the brain and regulate neurotransmitter release. H4 receptors are involved in immune system regulation and inflammation. Antihistamines are drugs that block the effects of histamine. They prevent histamine from binding to its receptors, especially H1 receptors, reducing allergy symptoms. Antihistamines work by blocking H1 receptors. This prevents histamine from producing its allergic effects. Antihistamines can be antagonist or inverse agonist. Antihistamines are mainly classified into two groups: first-generation antihistamines, second-generation antihistamines. These are older drugs such as diphenhydramine and chlorpheniramine. These are lipid-soluble and can easily cross blood-brain barrier. They can enter the brain and often cause drowsiness. That's why they are sometimes used as sleep aids. Another disadvantage of first-generation antihistamines was that they are non-selective, affect other receptors too. In addition to H1 receptors, they also block muscarinic receptors, which leads to symptoms of dry mouth. Alpha receptors, which result in dizziness, and serotonin receptors. These drugs were originally developed for use against allergies, motion sickness, insomnia, nausea, vomiting. Their side effects include drowsiness, confusion, especially in elderly, dry mouth, constipation, and urinary retention. Second-generation antihistamines are newer drugs such as loratadine and cetirizine. These are less lipid-soluble and therefore do not easily cross blood-brain barrier. They are less likely to cause drowsiness because they do not easily enter the brain. These are more selective for H1 receptors and do not bind to other receptors. These are used for treatment of allergic rhinitis or hay fever, chronic urticaria, and other skin allergies. Their common side effects include mild headache, occasional dryness, and in rare cases sedation may occur. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more simple and powerful lessons in pharmacology and chemistry.